There is a particular vanity, lodged deep in modern self-understanding. It is the belief that the self is the proper author of all legitimate movement, that nothing should count as truly intelligent, truly mine, truly justified, unless it has first passed through explicit approval. In that picture, the conscious, verbal, narrating self stands at the gate like a customs officer, stamping passports for every worthy act. What comes before approval is treated as crude, suspect, accidental, or beneath the dignity of real understanding. The picture's false. The body moves before permission. This is not a defect in the human design. It is one of its oldest mercies. The organism cannot afford to wait for the full ceremony of self-authorization. Every time reality presses in, there are moments when the hand is already catching the glass before the mind has even finished noticing. It was knocked over. The foot is already shifting. The shoulder's already gathering. Cut short! The head is already turning! The body has entered answer before the self has composed its opinion! The actor is always correct! Nothing human is always correct! But the sequence itself is proper! The world touches the organism! Before the ego finishes introducing! The body, living lower and faster than narration, begins response accordingly. Only later does the self step in and claim, approve, disapprove, justify, reinterpret, or deny what has already begun. This matters because much of human confusion comes from pretending the order runs the other way. People speak as though first they perceive clearly, then consciously decide, then act sometimes in calm and artificial settings. That is close enough. But under pressure the model breaks down. Much of what counts as effective response depends upon the body's ability to begin before discursivity has fully conveyed. A driver jerks the wheel, a mother lungs, a fighter slips the blow, a musician catches the turn, a walker pulls back from the machine, a man ducks before the board comes off the track. In each case, the body did not wait for a memorandum. It moved across the alternative was to have the first beat of the event to death, terrors, or needless loss. The body moves before permission, therefore names a sequence. The conscious self often resents. by resentment. Because the ego likes authorship. It likes being the visible source of action and enjoys feeling in command. When the body moves first, the ego is demoted from sovereign conductor to, at least for a beat, that can feel insulting to a culture trained to worship conscious control. So people invent stories to preserve the dignity of the narrating self. They say they just decided. They imply that the act was the clean result of conscious mastery. Often that is only half true. The body had already opened the door while the self was still reaching for the knob. Case is not cause for humiliation. It is cause for accuracy. Case is not cause for humiliation. It is cause for accuracy. Case file authority argued that the body learns first. Case file argued that sound often arise before meaning. This file extends both claims into the field of action. If the body learns first, and if sound or disturbance enters before full interpretation, then movement itself may begin to for explicit prehension has been granted. Indeed, this is often the only reason explicit permission still has a world left in which to be granted. That line deserved to stay. A person often survives because the body cheated the bureaucracy of the mind. Now the relevancy of the mind is real. It wants forms, reasons, consensus, review, coherence, and self-image preservation. It asks whether the response is proportional, justified, explainable, socially legible. Good questions. Sometimes. Deadly questions. Sometimes. A person who hands the first instant of a live event over to that bureaucracy may lose the very conditions under which those questions could later be answered well. The body, faster and less interested in prestige, sometimes moves first simply to keep the fire open. Think of how often this happens in ordinary life. Begin to step back from someone before you have consciously concluded he is dangerous. You stop mid-sentence because something in the room tilts. Your hand is already bracing before you fully see the child falling. You turn toward the stove before you remember what smell you smelled. Your whole posture changes because a voice came through the doorway carrying the wrong pressure. In each case, permission did not precede response. The stovetop ran permission and then invited permission again. The self often arrives, saying in effect, what are we doing? And the body answers, keeping you in the game. Whatever the body does first is sacred. That would be superstition wearing work boots. The hydrant is narrower and truer. The bodice is a capacity to begin before permission is real. Ancient and often indispensable. The question is not whether that capacity should exist. It already does. The question is how it is trained, interpreted, and reinforced. That is where phrase devices matter again. A true operational phrase does not merely inform the body, it legitimates or reshuts its first movement. It tells the organism in compressed form that area response is not only allowed but required under certain structures of signal. It reduces internal conflict of removed airsless waiting. It clears a path, you hear that? It's not just attention direction, and it is information. The tiger is not metaphor, is not just interpretive correction. It is an anti-way that ways that strips away the ego's favorite excuse with no brain. The phrase acts almost like a pre-signed warrant, allowing the body to proceed before the whole courtroom of consciousness has taken its seat. That is one way language can become mercy. Language can stay ahead of time. When this kind of signal comes, you do not need to beg your own mind for the right to answer it. That is not hysteria. It is administrative reform. There is something else here too. The self often learns just by discovering that the body moves rightly for permission. One has the experience after the fact of realizing, thank God I stepped back. Thank God I stopped. Thank God I turned when I can. Thank God I didn't wait until I could explain it better. These experiences slowly teach humility. They teach that the conscious self is not the sole steward of wisdom. They teach that intelligence is distributed through the organism, and that explicit plot is only one ministry in a much untold thought. Old people know this more than they are often given credit for. They trust the pause in their own step. They trust the way the room hit them. They trust the wrongness in the laugh. They trust the silence that comes in bent. They do not always hold a symposium with themselves before changing course. Sometimes they simply say, no, or not yet, or let's go, or something ain't right. And
could say the body moves before permission, because life cannot be lived at the speed of explanation. That is true. But there is more, the body also moves before permission, because permission itself is often one of the things the event is trying to steal. Harm prefers hesitation. Threat enjoys politeness. Impact loves administration. Delay is not neutral ground. It is often the event's first ally. So any internal arrangement that forces the organism to wait for ideal self-authorization before adjusting is a structure already tilted toward walls. Case file 84 called Delay the True Theater of the Blackness. This file lacks a more intimate claim. The battle is often inside the subject, between early monads. Leave it demand that movement justify itself before it becomes complete. Many people live in this mess.
Their bodies begin to protect them. Their cells call it overreaction. Their bodies pull away. Their cells lean back in out of embarrassed split. Their bodies hear danger. Their cells ask for a second opinion from the crowd. Their bodies brace.
Their cells apologize inwardly for making a scene. This civil war is one of the chief triumphs of bad training. Their cells apologize inwardly for making a scene. This civil war is one of the chief triumphs of bad training. This civil war is one of the chief triumphs of bad training. The task is not to abolish the self. The task is to reconcile the self with the body's proper precedence in first contact. That reconciliation has a practical form. Move fast when the structure demands it. Understand better as soon as you can. Correct later if correction is needed, but do not end the first beat of vanity. But do not end the first beat of vanity. That is part of it.
This doctrine also applies beyond immediate physical threat. A rider stops before the false line finishes itself. A teacher changes approach before the room fully hardens against him.
A music sing of death is the forest, because the groove is ours.
earthquakes. Let's sleep, let's